So young people, you hear that. You got a lot of energy to catch up to, because it has also been amazing to see our not so young folks, because you know, when you come across somebody who's in their 50s or 60s or 70s who have said they have never voted before in their lives, never, saying that for the first time they feel like they have to be involved. Or if you see someone in their 80s or 90s, and this happens all the time around a rope line, somebody will grab your arm. There's nothing like an 80-year-old grip, boy. They'll grab your arm, and sometimes with tears streaming down their faces, they will say, "I never thought I'd live to see the day." That is some powerful stuff. And that's been our experience over this year, watching folks do things that they never thought they'd do. Coming to political rallies in the middle of the day to see some candidate's wife. Standing out in the cold, holding up signs, getting on a phone, calling a complete stranger, suffering the embarrassment of being hung up on, but still picking the phone up and calling back and trying to share with them why you're so passionate about this election. And we are working so hard. See, I pay that guy in the back. He travels with me all the time. $5, $10. I'm like, now. But it has been amazing to watch and to experience this. And while I'd like to say that all this that's going on this year has everything to do with my husband, because you know I think he's great. The truth is, and he will be the first to tell you this, and he said it when he first announced, he said this race is not about him, will never be. He said this race is about all of us, all of you, the millions of you who are going above and beyond, fighting, working hard, believing, and being a part of building what has become a movement for change. And we've all gotten to this point in time from different paths, with different stories, and I try to share mine everywhere I go. I come here as a wife, first and foremost, who you know loves her husband, and I've watched him perform, grow, and I know after being so close to him and seeing his abilities up close, I know in my heart, with no hesitation, that he will be an extraordinary president. That I know. But I also come here as a mom. You know those little girls, those little people? They are the light of our lives. They are the reason why I breathe in and out like any parent. I am only as good as they are. I can't move to the next thing unless I know that they're happy, that they're whole, that they're in a good spot. And I know I'm not unique. We all feel that way about our children. So for me, and for so many of us, it is their future that is our stake in this election. Come here as a daughter. As you know, I've talked about this so often, but it defines me, my background. I am the product of a working class family. Grew up on the south side of Chicago. My father, south side of Chicago. My father was a city worker. He worked in a shift job his entire life. And as you may have heard, my father contracted multiple sclerosis in the prime of his life. He went from being a strapping young man that could swim and box, he even served in the military, waking up one day and not being able to walk without the assistance of a cane. And MS is a debilitating disease, so you watch your father deteriorate. It gets harder for him to button his shirt. But what I remember most about my father, my brother and I talk about this all the time. We were on the phone last night talking about Dad, was that he was the kind of man, like so many people across this country, that never complained about his own problems and issues. He got up, he went to work every day, he was never late, because the beauty of people like my parents were that they were proud of the fact that they could get up and go to work. That
is Michelle Obama in Columbus, Ohio, of course. She is campaigning there on behalf of her husband, while her husband, of course, is in Hawaii tending to his very ill grandmother. Michelle Obama is in the part of the speech where she's talking about her biography.